Oh, this is fun! But today it's been the wind that has kept me warm. But in this case, it worked out in my favor. Woo! 2 in 1 day. Hi, I'm Beth from Beth Bikes. Welcome to episode 6 and adventure ride number 5 of my 2024 Coffeeneuring series. If you've missed the first 5 episodes in this journey, I would recommend that you go and watch them. One, so you know the rules of Coffeeneuring, and so you can watch me go on all of my Coffeeneuring adventures up to this point. The basic rules of Coffeeneuring are drink coffee, ride bikes, and document. But there's a few more rules along the way, and if you want to join this challenge, you better figure out what they are by watching this video. Or maybe it's over here. You'll also understand what these envelopes are all about. Before I get to the envelopes, this time of year is definitely getting strange when it comes to the weather. First of all, we're losing light not only at sunrise, but also at sunset. And if I wanted to tell you how many times I changed my outfit today to make sure that I had it just right for the weather, I would need more than one hand. And I still don't think that I got it right. Now, I think it's time to open an envelope for today and see how it's gonna affect my ride. Drum roll, please. Let's do... Oh, they're all stuck together. I wanted this one. Number 3. Before I open envelope number 3, there's a little something that I've been keeping from you. It's right down here, let me pick it up. It's that along with the challenge envelopes, my dad sent a couple of packages. And this one is labeled number 3, which means that it goes with envelope number 3. We'll open the envelope first and then the package. Number 3. Actually, the envelope tells me that I need to open the package before I finish reading what the envelope says. It's fun. When I was little, my dad used to wrap packages for us in comic strips, so this is kind of fun. Oh, this is fun! I have a Country Peach Passion herbal tea and some peach socks. I'm not totally sure what this is all about, but here's my dad to tell you about it.
Hi, Beth. It's Dad. For today's challenge, I got you a present. You should open it up now. I got these socks when I was in Atlanta, and the peaches on them had me thinking, I like peaches, and I think you like them too. So I want you to have a peachy ride today. So your challenge is to find something peach or peach related on your ride. Now, if you have problems with that, don't worry, because I've included just a little something, just in case the challenge gets too hard.
I'm trying to think, but I definitely think I've got some socks to put on. And I think I'm gonna use this, but I'm trying to think if there's another way I can get something peachy in. Sad thing is that these socks don't match my jersey. Do I need to change jerseys now? I think I might need to. I'll be back. While I was changing my jersey to match my peachy socks, I had a couple of ideas on how to include something peachy in this ride. Because I definitely know that the socks probably count, as does the tea, but here is my thought. I'm gonna try and look for a peach pastry or a peach smoothie, or something that is peach colored. And I might have to go to a couple of different spots. I was also thinking maybe I could get dried peach or peach rings at a store. We will have to see. But while I keep thinking about that, I think it's time to ride. Here are my peach socks a little more up close so you can see them. Oh, that's an awful angle. Sorry, guys. It has been over a week since my last Coffeeneuring ride, and it took a little bit of reminding myself, how do I do this again? I've ridden since then, but we had out-of-town guests and just had some fun this last weekend. It's been a little while since I've done a Coffeeneuring adventure ride. I'm going on one today. As you can tell, most of the leaves in this area at least have already fallen. It is super windy out this morning. I'm hoping that means that if I'm pushing into the wind now, tailwind on the way home, but that's rarely how it works. I am already 3 miles into my ride. It's been entirely into the wind with very little elevation, and usually as soon as I start climbing I get warm, but today it's been the wind that has kept me warm because I'm pressing into it. I have turned off of the busy road and out of the headwind. There's still wind, but at least it's not a headwind. I did some research on my phone as to what is something peachy, and it says that peachy is an informal American English adjective that means something that is very nice, excellent, or fine, which this ride should be anyways. But it also says that something can be peachy referring to the color of it or having in it something made from peaches. So I'm gonna use those things to kind of guide myself and see how many peachy things I can pick up along this ride. I can't remember if it was in ride number 1 or ride number 2 that I was riding on this road going the opposite direction, and I talked about how it went by super quickly. So let me see if going in the opposite direction is just as fast. In the last episode, I got super excited about tamarack trees, and they are all still yellow. The other thing about this road is not only is it straight, it's flat, and I'm on it for quite a while, like more than 2 miles, and very rarely am I on a road that's straight and I'm on it for a long time. So from those factors, I would think that that kind of road wouldn't feel like it went by super quick, but I wonder if it's because I'm not thinking about turns and I can just grind out miles, that's why it feels like it goes by so quickly. The first thing that I am looking for when it comes to something peachy is a peach colored leaf. I know most of the leaves have already fallen, but fingers crossed I can find one that is peachy. It's interesting, this envelope challenge is very open-ended, like anything peachy counts, whereas like the last challenge was very closed. Like there was really one way of doing it, or at least one way that I saw of doing it. If you missed the last episode, it'll be wherever it is. Found some leaves right here, and I'm not quite sure if I would consider that peachy. I feel like that's a little more red than peachy. I'm gonna keep looking. Look at this whole group of aspens, and they have all lost their leaves already, completely gone. One thing I'm thankful for living up north is just how beautiful the falls are and how many trees there are to experience those fall colors. The cold is definitely coming earlier than southern Minnesota and even the cities, but those fall colors are beautiful. Speaking of cold weather, when I started riding it was about 47, 48 degrees, and now we're well above 50. And I am way overdressed. It's hard to get it right. I have gone back to wearing my coffee gloves. I know there was at least one episode where I did them. They're not very thick, and if it gets cold out, I definitely need thicker gloves. So I keep my Garmin on like the map mode most of the time, so I know where to turn and all of that. But I just like swiped over to see how far I am into this ride, and I'm already 7 miles into this ride. I was supposed to do a Coffeeneuring ride yesterday, but it was cold and it was missing, and my neighbor decided to cut down 2 trees, so video quality would have sucked. But I'm really glad that I didn't do one yesterday. Today is a beautiful day, but it's really hard to know, even looking at the weather, what the next day is gonna look like. You might not always have an opportunity the next day, but in this case, it worked out in my favor. This year's theme for Coffeeneuring for the whole challenge is small wins, and after a summer of almost no riding, every ride is a small win. So I am really enjoying this theme. I have decided to bypass my route for just a little bit because I want to show you guys the train and get some water miles in. There it is, the train. I don't know about you, but I am obsessed with trains, and I think that it has come from a background of farming and steam threshing, but also from riding rail trails because engines and cabooses are all over rail trails. This spot is also cool. There's a shovel from a steam shovel, and then a little baby shovel over here. I think this leaf, at least that part right there, I would consider that peach. I will let you guys be the judge of that. Is that peach? One theme of all of my rides is riding on the Mesabi Trail, at least for a little bit, and for some rides I actually ride quite a bit of the Mesabi Trail. So I've hopped on it here. Not sure if you can see or hear that little plane, but it's been circling around for a little while now. It's strange. I love how blue the water is here. You can see some tamarack trees speckling the shoreline on the other side. You ready to go through a tunnel? Woo! Woo! Tunnel fun. How many tunnels have we gone through in this series? At least 2, maybe 3. That might be number 4. I like riding through tunnels on my bike. I can hear and see that airplane again. Maybe I can zoom in so you guys can see it. I rode this section of the Mesabi Trail a couple of weeks ago before this challenge started and before the leaves really started to change colors, and I told myself that I wanted to come back and ride it when the fall colors were all in bloom, and it looks like I've missed the fall colors in bloom, so try again next year. I have stopped again because these leaves through the sunlight definitely look peach, but then in my hand they look more reddish orange. As I'm looking for peach leaves, I realize how strange of a color peach is. It's not red, it's not orange, it's not pink, it's kind of this like in-between color. Like, is that leaf peach? I'm wondering what my dad is doing for something peachy. I'll let you see here.
Well, Beth, I'm at my first stop trying to find something peachy. Unfortunately, Community Grounds is closed. Sadly, Cosmic Coffee is closed too.
Speaking of peach color theory, I'm pretty sure that my socks are orange. What color are peaches actually? Now I'm totally confused because I know there are white peaches. I don't know. Today is turning out to be a beautiful or peachy day for a ride. Gotta see if that audio is okay because the plane flew right overhead. It's crazy how quickly the scenery can just change. I've never ridden this section of road before, so I've never seen these old pieces of equipment. So I definitely stopped to take a picture of my bike in front of them. This is kind of cool. I didn't know this was here. If you're not making stops like that on your bike, what are you doing? That's part of the fun of being on your bike, is it's easy to get on and off and look at little things like that. That tree looks pretty peachy to me. And just like that, I've made it to Canaries, which is where I'm going to have my coffee-like beverage today. We have a peach tea.
Unfortunately, we don't.
Then I will do a peach smoothie, and then can I get a glass of hot water? Peach was a specific request. Yes. The gal at Canaries today who took my order is a friend of mine, so we started chatting, but I got a peach smoothie, and then I got a glass of hot water in a reusable cup, bonus points for reusable. And I have my tea bag from the package that I'm gonna stew in my hot water. So I'm gonna have hot tea and cold smoothie, both peach flavored.
Well, the good news is Karma Coffee was open. Bad news is no peaches, so we're still going. Well, I made it to Mojo Coffee, but it's the same story. Open, but no peach. But I've got a plan. I went 4 places and struck out 4 times. But all is not lost. I knew that finding peach might be challenging, especially this time of year. So I came prepared. I ended up with not peach tea, but peach iced tea. Because when it's over 80 degrees here in the Twin Cities, iced tea is definitely better.
Finished my drinks and now it's time to head back home. My peach smoothie was delicious and I am very glad for the glass of hot water because it is chilly outside and just drinking something cold wouldn't have been a great idea. And now it's time to head out. By the end of my smoothie, I was just shivering, but now that I'm back out in the sun and moving a little bit, it feels way better. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, and that side of me definitely makes me think that it's going to. But let's stick with the blue skies and sun for now. I'm trying to mix up my route every time, so that means that I'm taking a different way through town, and today I've definitely determined this is not my favorite way to go through town, but if I don't keep trying new ways and new routes, then I don't know if I might be missing what could be my absolute favorite route. Is your city steam heated? It's a pretty tree. Okay, now we're on to the part of the ride where can I get through someplace that I probably shouldn't be able to get through. It looked like on the map, if I went back this way, turned this way, that I might be able to get through. See where I want to be. I want to be right over there.
You'll find it though.
Okay.
Go as far as you can here, left right there.
Oh, I see, okay. Okay, gotta keep going this way, but I'm close, I'm really close. So I need to take a left. So I'm looking for the spot where I need to take a left. And I'm totally willing to take ATV trail. Oh, I found it. I'm gonna be cautious. And then I can get on here. Siri was telling me to turn is on this pavement here. ATV trail is straight ahead. But the thing is, there's a line that says Mesabi Trail on the map. This is what says Mesabi Trail. It's right here. A line right here that says Mesabi Trail access. That's fine, I'll go take the ATV trail, but at least I know now what this line is. I'm gonna go up and over this wall so I can be on the paved Mesabi Trail instead of ATV trail. This bridge is where I did challenge number 1. Watch it wherever you watch it, and that view does not disappoint. Tunnel number 2 for today. Two in one day. I set a route for today and I have no idea how it's taking me home, so there actually might be a third, I guess. Looks like we're taking this way home and not the third tunnel. I have 4.5 miles left and Garmin thinks it's gonna take me about 28 minutes. It's 1:30 now and the rain is supposed to start at 2 o'clock. So I'm really hoping that those numbers are correct. The memory card on the GoPro is full, so these last couple of clips you'll get on my phone. I biked through here for challenge number 2 and it looks a little different now that all the leaves have fallen. I just pulled out my phone to make sure that I was making the route as different as possible. So I looked at the map of all the rides I've done so far for this challenge and chose a road that I haven't taken yet. I don't know about you, but I feel like this tree is rather peachy. I saw it yesterday and it's one of the few trees still holding on to its leaves.
Well, Beth, I'll call that a success. Even though 2 of the coffee shops I tried to visit didn't have anything peach, and the other 2 were closed, I still had a great glass of peach iced tea and 10 miles. I hope you have as much success, maybe more.
I made it home just minutes before 2. And here are some stats from that ride. It was 23.23 miles. That's kind of a fun number. It took me 2 hours and 3 minutes with 889 feet of climb. My Coffeeneuring adventure ride included some peach colored leaves, some peach tea, a peach smoothie, and my peach socks. You'll have to tell me if that's enough peach to consider this a peachy ride. That lovely peach smoothie was from Canaries, and I definitely would give that a 10 out of 10. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of the Coffeeneuring series. Until next time, I'm Beth. See ya! And stay tuned for bloopers. Hi, I am Beth. Whoa, I didn't even remember my intro for a second. Today, nope, the first 5 episodes, both, I changed my outs. There's a bug. Let's try that again. Why I started you, that was dumb. I am, part of the fun, I have never ridden in a to-go cup, or not in a to-go cup. If it weren't during, whoa. I am trying to mix up my route. Let's clip in, okay. But if I don't keep trying,